Listen, we're going to talk about some really tough things today. Is this the end of the Z125? And I know that you're not going to want to hear it. I know it's going to make you very upset, but we've got to do it. It's okay. It's going to be no big deal. You have nothing to worry about. You're the best mini bike I've ever owned. Okay, so let's get on the road. Let's start up and start talking about this silly Grom. Okay, how's that sound? That's what I thought. Oh, whoa! I thought we had an agreement here. Excuse me. Oh, you've done it now. That's right. I don't want to hear any lip from you. I'm going to start when I tell you to. Okay, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. So guys, let's talk about this 2021 Honda Grom. It's an emotional roller coaster. If you guys know, if you've been here for a long time, you will know that my first mini bike was a Honda Grom 2014.
Let's go.
I got into the mini bike scene pretty early as far as modern mini bikes go. The 125cc fuel injected scene. I know you've got NSFs and YSRs and XYZs. I'm just kidding, that's not a real motorcycle. I'll never forget the feeling it gave me when I saw the commercial and I was like blown away at this little bike. And as a newer rider in 2014, I had an R6, but I was just super intimidated by it, and that is completely okay. That bike was like awesome. And the fact that it was only $3,200 at the time, I just had to have it. I had to have it. This bike has got some upgrades. It's got a 5-speed transmission, new LED instrument cluster with a gear position indicator. Why in the world it has IMU ABS functionality is beyond me for a little bike, but it's got it. Brand new headlight and fairing design, which is interchangeable with the removal of like 6 bolts. This bike is, I'm gonna say this very quietly, it's a Z125 killer. It really is. Would I go buy one? No. Would I love to ride one? Absolutely. Let's talk about the highlights real quick, and I'll talk about what I think. So if you haven't watched a new 2021 Honda Grom release, go watch that. It's gonna be way better than the information I'm about to provide. But what's new is obviously the headlight and body style. Instrument cluster, that's all new. Tank's a little bit bigger. It has a new engine. Now, it's still 125cc fuel injected, but the kicker is it's got a longer stroke, I think, and a smaller bore. From my understanding, from what I've read and done the research on, this bike should have better low mid-range power. And if that's so, it's going to give this bike a run for its money as far as power goes. I don't want to say power, I should say, you know, the feeling, the power band. Let's go with that. Secondly, you have got that 5th gear now. I don't know, with this bike, it's claimed to make just under 10 horsepower. I'm not too sure if that's going to be enough for that 5th gear. I know a 5th gear was super nice, but look, uphill 143 kit 4th gear, I'm bogging down. You know, how useful is that 5th gear going to be? About 90% of the mini bike community will put a big bore kit on it. That makes it more inviting to do a big bore kit. I love the way the Z handles as opposed to the Grom. I love the way it sits. I love the way it feels. I love the way it rides. This bike is way better than the Grom with the same modifications. That's just the way it is. I like the way it rides, and that's my opinion. You know, everyone's going to have their difference, which is completely fine. You've got a new styling, which I think is great, as opposed to the 2020 model. The 2020 model, the seat had a little hump in it. And if you like to race, you know, that's not the greatest of seats. You don't get to move around a lot. Also, if you're a bigger rider, that's not great because you don't have that option to move back. This seat is flat, it's the same seat height, so that's going to be familiar. When I first saw the body saw, I thought, man, this looks awful. After looking at it, taking into consideration how you can swap out the panels, they've got a Scrambler edition, they've got a mini moto edition, like a supermoto style, then you've got, you know, your normal street version. Japan, like every Grom, they have an HRC racing model, which is not going to make it to the United States, unfortunately. Let's talk about the competition, the Z125. Z125 has been the same since release, and I think this bike came out in 16, I believe, 15, 16, I think. It was a great competitor. I fell in love when I first rode one. Again, I still love it. I won't get rid of it. The aftermarket support is there for this bike. The Grom is just way more, it seems to be. The Grom, it just has that initial punch, that initial, like, I'm here to stay, I have the throne. And, you know, the Z, it's good competition, but man, it has not threatened its title, minibike king. And now with this 5th gear, this revised engine, I mean, this is gonna absolutely hurt the Z125, in my opinion. It may or may not, and I love the Z, but this might just shoot it in its, you know, foot. There is hope. Kawasaki can come out and do something new, which they better answer back. They've already came out with their 2021 version, and it's just a different color scheme. So far, again, Kawasaki is behind as far as competition to the Honda Grom goes. It's behind. It's behind. I would have loved to have seen Kawasaki roll out the first mini bike update, or the more updated version. And even then, when Honda updated, I guess, to the SF version, the LED twin looking headlights that are super cool, the new body style, the new fairing design, that should have been Kawasaki's wake-up call, like, oh man, we should probably do something, but they didn't. Again, they've got a very good platform. This bike is amazing, but it's starting to become outdated to the Grom. That's not to say Kawasaki might surprise us in 2022. They might blow the socks off of us. Let's talk about cost. I have not seen the cost for the 2021 Honda Grom US. If history has it, this bike is going to be more money, because the Grom, it was originally, I don't know, 32, I guess, 32.9, so 3,300 even. The new SF 2020 is 3,400. The Monkey is actually, don't quote me on this, I think the Monkey is more money than the Grom. There is no way they're going to release this new Grom and have it be the same price. If they do, it's going to blow my mind, and that's going to be a winning ticket. But I have a feeling they're going to tax on about $200-300 easy, maybe $38.99, so just under $4. I don't know, that math doesn't sound right. And you're talking $4,000 for a mini bike, for a 125cc glorified scooter. I hate to call it that, but that's really what it is. That brings a big consumer question, and I'd like to know your opinion. If this bike, the new Grom, is just shy of $4,000, which if you buy new, you go to the dealer, you spend $4,000, you're gonna have setup fee, crate fee, delivery fee, tax fee, Honda fee, stunner fee. You're gonna have all these fees, and you're easily talking $4,400 for a new Grom. That kind of gets me riled up, and I apologize about my behavior.
Be happy! Get over it!
I'm sure there's guys that can find good deals on one, and your buddy works at the dealership, and you're like, hey bro, what's up? Dealership, hook up. And you're like, yeah bro. And next thing you know, you got a Grom for a really good deal, and that's cool. You know, we all have those connections. I am super curious to know, what is your thoughts and impressions and take on the 2021 Honda Grom? Has it stolen your heart? Is this the end of the Z125? Kawasaki comes back with an answer and is like, boom, in your face. It's stirring up the discussion board, and everybody wants it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me tell you my input on this new bike that's going to be pretty good. Like the video, subscribe, guys. It means a lot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace!